Hey guys, what is happening? It is your boy, HL Vlogs, SC Sensi. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm doing fine, and welcome to the very first episode of FIFA FM. You know, it's just something new, something fresh, something like just out of the blue, and I'm hoping that you guys will really enjoy it. But before we get into anything, if you guys are looking to purchase any, and I mean any, FIFA Ultimate Team coins, then be sure to check out the link in the description down below for FIFACoinZone.com. They're a very fast and very cheap, reliable service, so you can avoid getting scammed like I did. So guys, we're just going to be talking about some juicy topics, and the first one is definitely Mario Balotelli. Mario Balotelli, for those of you who don't know who he is, I mean, who doesn't know who Mario Balotelli is, but if you happen to not know, he is the rising star for Italy in terms of strikers. He's one of the best in the game, in my opinion, and Tottenham are looking to buy him from Milan. Now, if you guys can recall, Mario Balotelli played for Manchester City, and we all know him because of that crazy fail he did in that friendly against the LA Galaxy where he tried to backheel it into the goal and he missed when he could have just, I could have made that. And it was one of the biggest fails ever. It went viral on YouTube, and it was only the 38th minute, and I think the manager of Man City at the moment was Roberto Mancini, and he just pulled him out. He got pulled out in the 38th minute for something stupid like that. So he is very, some people can say that he's not coachable. His resume and his reputation precedes him in a bad way. He's known for being trouble. And if he could just mature, if he could just fix that about himself, then he would definitely be a bigger transfer target. But for now, he's very skilled. He just doesn't have the right attitude. However, he is one of the most prolific penalty takers in the history of soccer. I'm not exaggerating. If he does go to Tottenham, I think a big incentive is he doesn't miss. He never misses. It's like Rick Barry in basketball. If you saw one of his free throws, he was like 94% from the line. Because, those crazy granny shot free throws, he didn't miss. And this is just like that, but in soccer. Mario Balotelli does not miss penalties. So if Tottenham were to get fouled in the penalty box at any time in any game, 95% of the time, Mario Balotelli was putting that into the back of the net. So that is definitely one of his strengths. One of his weaknesses is probably that he fouls a lot. Most of the time, like, he'll have these unnecessary fouls where he's trying to track back and he ends up pushing the defender in the back or something. Stupid stuff like that. But Tottenham might send out of favor Eric Lamela because he hasn't really lived up to the transfer expectations that they had for him. But for now, Mario Balotelli is staying in Italy, and maybe it's for the best. Our next story on our agenda, it's really juicy. Bojan might be going to Liverpool. Now, I know a lot of you don't know who Bojan is. I loved using him on FIFA 11 when he played for Barcelona, and he was so good for Barcelona that when Zlatan Ibrahimovic, yes, that's right, the great Zlatan Ibrahimovic, well, Ibra was benched because he wasn't playing as well as Bojan, which is why Ibra was forced out of Barcelona because he wasn't getting as much playing time, so that's why he had to go to Milan. Now, unfortunately, Bojan hasn't been playing as well just because he just can't find the back of the net, and as a striker, if you can't find the back of the net, you're getting sold or benched or released. So, Bojan is a big risk for Liverpool because they don't know if he's going to live up to the high standards that they set for him at first. But if he does, oh, woo! What a player he could be. So, yeah, he was one of the youngest people to ever debut for Barcelona's senior team. He was expected to be like a right-footed Messi, but he unfortunately, he didn't live up to it. So even at Ajax, he hasn't been scoring a lot, and he just needs to break through that sort of duct if he's gonna return to the status that he was. Next on our agenda, we have old Danny Sturridge, and I know a lot of you remember old Danny Sturridge from his days at Chelsea, and they are thinking of taking him back. That's right, Chelsea. I want you back. I want you back. Want you back. That's what Jose Mourinho's saying to Daniel Sturridge. But Sturridge is like, now you're just somebody that I used to know. So there's a lot of mixed emotions and conflicted feelings there, because Danny Sturridge is happy where he is. I mean, the way he's been playing for Liverpool, he's been doing well, and I think Chelsea are regretting selling him to Liverpool. I think Liverpool has been the transfer that changed his life, just because it's been a big turning point in his career. He's been scoring a lot of goals, and I think it's because he was put in a more central role, whereas Chelsea, who are playing him as a winger, he wasn't really getting his chance to shine. Now, the pros of this is they get an awesome young player with great potential. The cons, they already have a lot of strikers, but Samuel Eto'o, I'm expecting, will leave at the end of the season. They should sell Demba Ba because they never even play him. But Torres right now is their striker, which is a scary thought, because in that Galatasaray game, that was his first goal in over a month. So I'm kind of scared. But Chelsea are ready to splash the cash in an attempt to lure the likes of Radamel Falcao, and Diego Costa. Two great players who are rising stars. I'd be surprised if Falco left, because he's getting a really hefty contract from Monaco. But hey, Monaco isn't really achieving that great this year. So, I mean, they're not even in the Champions League because they got promoted from the lower leagues in France and just happened to have this huge benefactor. But, I'm expecting that Chelsea will bring in a new striker. Who it will be, we don't know, but I think Torres has got to go. They've given him a chance. He's spent 2 years, and he's only scored a handful of goals, so get rid of Torres, bring in a new, fresh striker. That's my opinion. Now we're just looking over some of the European UEFA Champions League games, and as you can see, Galatasaray was playing in a huge game against Chelsea, and Drogba's return to face his former team, Chelsea, and it was a great game, back and forth, attack and counterattack, and finally Chelsea broke through in the 9th minute. So it wasn't really that long, and Chelsea really controlled the game, but they couldn't put any of their chances away. I remember sitting by the TV, so frustrated that my team wasn't scoring any goals, playa. And unfortunately, Galatasaray ended up equalizing off of a Shadu header, and that is how it ended, folks. That is all she wrote for that game. But Chelsea get a crucial away goal at the Turkish Telecom Arena, and if they can tie, defend really well at Stamford Bridge, then they will be going on to face whoever, so be it, in the next round. Just to take a little look at some other Champions League games for ya, we got Man City losing to Barcelona humiliatingly 2-0, and Man City are pretty much done. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to come back from that. So 2-0 down, 2 away goals, end of story. Milan losing to Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid is really playing well, even after losing Falcao. Zenit losing 4-2 to Dortmund, and I'd like, if everybody else who I want to win loses, I'd like to see Lewandowski win one UEFA Champions League Cup with Dortmund before leaving for Bayern. They were so close last year, but now I think it's their time, unless it's not Chelsea's time, which I want it to be. As you guys know, Galatasaray Chelsea tie 1-1. PSG beat Bayern Leverkusen 4-0. Scared you guys for a second. I thought Bayern Munich had lost, but no, it's actually Bayern Leverkusen, which I expected from a great team like PSG. Arsenal losing 2-0 to Bayern Munich, expected. Olympiacos stunning Man United, beating them 2-0, going into the second leg with a giant advantage over the top dogs in Manchester, and Schalke losing 6-1. That's right, 6-1 to Real Madrid, which I think is just a humiliating loss They shouldn't have lost by that much. Schalke losing 6-1. Come on, man, seriously. But I think that is just a bad loss. But we all knew that Real Madrid was going through eventually. They had to get through some way, and a win is indeed a win. So, guys, that wraps up this wraps up this video. So, if you guys did enjoy it, leave a like. Question of the day: who do you think will win the Champions League? The whole enchilada. I think, personally, it's either going to be Real Madrid or Bayern. They seem like the teams to beat. Maybe Barcelona can sneak in there and surprise one or two teams. And Chelsea, I think if they play to the best of their ability, then they can get to at least the semifinals. But I think once they start playing those better teams, their defense is not going to come through very well. And unfortunately, I don't think they can outlast. But when they made that amazing run in Drogba's final season with Chelsea, when they won in penalties against Bayern Munich, and I jumped literally out of my pants when they won. I'm not sure they can do that this year, but if they could, that would be just amazing. Guys, if we could get this video up to 10 likes, that would also be amazing. I would flip my lid for that. And we're on the rise here, people. Like, my analytics has been going up lately, so I think that, you know, the HL Vlog Society has been doing really well here, folks. So keep smashing that like button if you like this content, and if you are new to my channel, if you're a newcomer, a newbie, a noob, then click that subscribe button and just see what happens, because I'm trust me, okay? It'll change your life for the better if you click that subscribe button. So go ahead, click it now, and I'm going to give you a second to click it. But I think I've covered all I need to cover, so I'm just going to wait for you to click the button now. Click it. Click it. Click the button. Fine, don't click the button then.